You're listening to Health Professional Radio with Wayne Bucklar. Today my guest is John Croft, regarded as one of the world's leading experts on the life cycle farming methods and therapeutic uses of marine extracts, including the New Zealand native shellfish, Green Lipped Mussel. John, welcome to Health Professional Radio.
Yes, thank you, Wayne.
Now, I understand you've been in Europe doing some lectures and some seminars, and you've just released a new book. Tell us, John, what have you been up to?
Yep, I did 3 countries, 3 seminars, all to doctors in the United Arab Emirates, in Qatar and in Kuwait, and then on to Europe, and in Germany I was speaking to vet. In Switzerland I was doing staff training to people who actually market the product there, and then in the UK I was together with the media doctor there doing some radio interviews there on BBC. Yeah. You've
been a very busy person.
Well, I have, but I enjoy being busy, and I believe that at my age it's actually vital to be busy, because if you stood still for too long, you might just finish.
You sound a lot like me, John.
Yeah.
Now, your new book, which is your 6th book, in fact, Arthritis and Aging, A Solution from the Sea, is this what you've been training on?
This is what I've been emphasizing, Wayne, over the years, and I mean 40 years now I've been working on the research into this particular product, but a lot of that in the early days was all about anti-inflammatory activity, treating rheumatoid arthritis, addressing osteoarthritis. But what has come up, and what I've, of course, personally very, very involved with now, is age-related joint degeneration. And I haven't had arthritis, but because of my age, I am suffering, I'm not actually suffering, but I'm experiencing joint degeneration quite naturally. But it's not inhibiting anything I want to do. I'm living an absolutely full and active life. I believe that is because we've discovered that this product also inhibits the enzymes naturally present in our bodies that actually cause that joint degeneration.
And the product we're talking about is Green Lipped Mussel extract, is that right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. It's a specific one that all the work has been done on, because unfortunately there are some others out there, and I can explain later, if you wish, why some will work and some will not do a thing at all.
Yes, it's always a dilemma in some of these complementary medicine areas to actually find the product that has had the research done on it.
I know, and it's difficult. I'm totally independent. I work for several international companies as an independent consultant, but it's difficult, and I don't like mentioning brand names, but unfortunately that's quite often the only way that people can know they're getting the genuine article, because in this particular case, a chemical analysis, which is what you get with a certificate of analysis for a product, doesn't tell you anything about whether that product will actually work or not when it's a natural product like this. It can tell you what's in there, and all those components can be identical to the ones in the product that actually will work, and it's just that they're not in their bioactive state because the product was not processed correctly from the natural substance.
Yes, and if they're not bioactive, they're of no use to you at all, are they?
No, not at all. And I often quote a very simple example of why things can look the same chemically, but not in reality, is a raw egg and a boiled egg. You know, the same things are in there. You haven't taken anything out. They're still in there. But there's quite a difference between the two objects. And now it's a bit more complex when you're talking about pharmacology and health and treating disorders. But that's the principle, Wayne. Yeah.
And John, are you involved in growing these mussels as well?
I was in 1972. That was where I started with a little family fishing company that was going to set up mussel farms to grow them for food. In fact, they did. and they employed me because I could skipper the vessels that we needed to do the farming, and also I had the scientific background to study how to culture them.
I see, and so it's been a long association with green-lipped mussels.
Well, it has. It's been the most amazing one, and I could not have planned this. This has just happened. Not planned at all, but it's just been an amazing 43 years since I came to New Zealand, and, well, I just can't explain how brilliant it has been, and it's serendipity. I was just standing in the right place at the right time, and I happened to have the right qualifications that were needed. That was all.
I think sometimes the best careers are serendipitous.
I think they are. I actually do, yes.
Now, John, is there research that supports the therapeutic effects of the green-lipped mussel extract?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of course, the laboratory studies, which I'm involved with in finding out how does it do it and what are the components in there that do these particular things. But there is also clinical research. There have been at least 7 successful clinical studies, double-blind, single-blind, the standard studies that are done on drugs. And there have been also 2 done on animals, one on dogs and one on horses. And dogs are actually the very best responders of all. Then humans and then horses. Yes, yes.
Well, my dog's only a puppy, but as he gets on in years, we might have to remember this.
Well, absolutely. You can almost guarantee that a dog will respond. You can't guarantee that with a human, of course.
And, John, we didn't mention the brand name before, but we probably should. What brand do you recommend?
Well, I think in Australia it's called Muscle Tone, and I think the company there is Vitaco Health, or it might be under the name Wagner. But that is the one I've worked with all these years.
Well, if people are looking for something that works under the Wagner brand name, or the other one you mentioned was Vitaco, was it? Yes,
Vitaco Health.
I was just going to lead people to the website that I have here if they're looking for more information. I have www.wagnerhealth.com.au/learning centre/green-lipped mussel, all with hyphens. But I'm pretty sure if you just search for Wagner Health, you'll find the green-lipped mussel information on there.
They should. And on an email, the company can contact me by email. Any questions, any criticism, I'm happy to take it. Quickly, in the United Arab Emirates, there were 92 doctors at the seminar I gave on this product, and some of them were orthopedic surgeons, some of them were new young registrars. The interest was tremendous. It was quite different from 40 years ago when I would have been regarded as a weird person with long hair and sandals. But not now. The doctors were very interested. Anything that will help these particular disorders.
John, it's been a pleasure having you with us this morning. Thank you for your time. I understand that you're currently in New Zealand and between international trips, so I do appreciate you making yourself available to us today.
No, my pleasure, Wayne. I'm always pleased if somebody is interested. Thank you.
If you've just joined us and you've missed my conversation with John Croft, a man with 40 years' experience centred around green-lipped mussels and regarded as one of the world's leading experts on the life cycle farming methods and therapeutic uses of marine extracts, including the New Zealand native shellfish, the green-lipped mussel. The good news, however, is that we have a transcript on our website, and you can also listen to the interview itself on our archives on both YouTube and SoundCloud. They're available on the station website at www.hpr.fm. This is Health Professional Radio. You've been listening to Wayne Bucklar.